Here's your $6 meal deal. Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, medium iced coffee, and hash browns.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah. What up, chat? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on with everybody? How everybody feeling out there? Welcome, welcome. How you doing, Miss Free?
I'm doing great.
Okay. Rainbow, sunshine. It must be sunshines at the end of the rainbow then.
Absolutely.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hey, you got some on your nose.
Some in my nose.
Yeah, like right there, right there.
It's the
Yeah.
septum.
Oh, I thought it was a booger or something.
Quit playing. You playing.
Queen Rule's in the building, yeah. What's going on? What's going on? So how was your weekend? Let's start off there. How was your weekend?
It was hard. I only had a short weekend, but I started off my week pretty cool. I had got this weight off my shoulder, and I feel really good.
You got some weight off your shoulder? Was it a
Mhm.
lot of weight?
Not too much, but it's some good weight I done got off my shoulder. Now I feel really good about it.
Okay. Anything you're inclined to share? Or you keep that person private?
I'm gonna keep it private.
Okay. Anything else? How you ain't had any fun this
I
weekend?
did.
Any new things?
I went to see Final Destination.
Was it trash? I said it was gonna be trash.
I say it was probably like a 7. I expected more. It wasn't.
Sound trash to me.
The early ones were way better. This was kind of. It was too many of them. You know
She's
how them
still living in
moments.
the past, trash. I mean, I'm gonna say she's still living in the
You
past,
know
trash.
them moments that get you that something finna happen,
Yeah. Oh,
but
like
it
the
really don't.
suspense.
Yes, it was too many of those moments, and I did not like that at all.
You was
Too
jumpy,
many of
weren't
those
you?
moments. Yes, too
Yeah,
many of those
brother.
moments where nothing
He's gonna
fucking
die.
happened.
Hold on. He's about to die right here. Ain't that hold on? And that might be a good thing about a show, though, right? Like you anticipating it, but it don't really happen, so it, like kind of throw you off.
Yeah. It threw me. It was just too many. To me, it was too many in there.
Okay, okay. Hold the chat real quick. I gotta go get you. One second.
I am trying to connect to the YouTube so I can see the chat.
You trying to
What the
connect to
fuck?
what?
Your YouTube on my tablet. What the fuck?
All right. Okay, okay. So you seen Final Destination. You got some weight off your shoulder. Sound like you had a good weekend. Sound like you
Yeah,
did.
it was pretty decent. What about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was kind of lovely. Thanks for asking. I had Saturday and Sunday off, man. The weekends, it felt a little different having them days off. I didn't do too much on them days, but it was good just having a weekend. It was good having a weekend off for once, but it wasn't really what I thought it was gonna be because I thought I would do a little bit more, but I didn't. But shout out to my OG. It was her birthday. I celebrated my mom's birthday with her. Me and her and the fam, so we celebrate OG birthday. Shout out to my nephew JJ. And it was his birthday the following day. Well, technically his birthday was on Thursday, but the celebration of his birthday, um, we celebrate on Sunday. So, went in there being a little fat ass, got me a little cake, one of them little ice cream cups. I gotta put the little cake in there, get some real ice cream cake right there, you know? And then just work really, just really work. Getting into it, doing more things for the streams. And what else? What else? What else? Oh, and then I did some overtime. So it ain't hey chat, you ain't never wrong with getting some of that overtime on that check. You heard me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say all the time.
I have a
I
question.
I ain't running to it all the time, but I like that check. What's up? What's your question?
So you said you like to eat ice cream mixed with cake. Do you actually mix it together?
Yeah, cause
Oh wow,
sometimes
that's the only way I can eat ice cream and cake. I
I
gotta
I,
mix it
I
together and turn it into this
no,
smooth
see, look,
substance.
no, see, look. I knew you might go there.
Mm,
That's the
mm.
new generation. I ain't doing that
Turn up.
now.
It looks like throw up, but it's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good. You should
nah,
try
nah,
it.
nah. I like the aesthetics a little bit. Like, what's crazy? I did with the little ice cream cup because it was just, it ain't that much you could put in there. It was like a
Mhm.
cupcake and an ice cream cup, but I don't really like it like that. I like just going on the side scooping it because I don't know. I like the frosting. I still like the frost. I'm a sweethead. I'm a sweethead. But anyway, let me introduce this pod. Let me introduce the pod, okay? Let me get it. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? This is my host, the beautiful, intelligent, spiritual. She gonna let you know some before you grow some. You heard me? The man eater. Free world in the building, y'all. Give it up for her. Give it up for
You
her.
are hilarious. No jest.
No jazz, huh? Hey, chat, and I am your host, ATW _ TAVO. Welcome to the Not Everybody podcast, everybody. Appreciate all of you for joining. We wouldn't be here without y'all. We definitely would not be here without y'all. Y'all make this stuff go. I remember when I first started, it was just me in the beginning, 3 a.m., talking to myself about 3-4 hours. And now look, we got Free World in the building. We got Free World, and then we got all y'all. So it's a morning show, everybody. We definitely got a lot of good topics for y'all today. We definitely got a little talk. Gonna talk about some papoose now. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Free take on this because now it's the other side. It's just so crazy. Look at God. Yeah, I always give you an example, right? Yeah, I always give you an example. We're gonna do some updates on Streaming University as well. Just some more so y'all can go out. Y'all can just look at the the post, right? And also, if you haven't, please go hit that follow button. We are on all social media platforms, ATW_TAVO, and follow that new page that's on TikTok as well, the Not Everybody Podcast. Okay, with the ATW table, you'll get more not just the pod, but then the other streams that I'll be doing. And for the pod, you'll just get the pod, everybody. Oh, she gotta say something. Say something. Go ahead, girl.
I think you need to do something with the name because we advertise it as Not Everybody Podcast, but ain't nobody gonna be able to find it because it's on ATW_TAVO. I think something we need to
That's why
do
I just said
something
what
with
I
that.
just said.
What?
You weren't listening?
I was listening.
I said follow my page, and then
Mm-hmm.
also to get the Not Everybody Podcast, and along with other things that I do. And then also you can follow the TikTok Not Everybody Pod just for the pod, Miss
I
Woman.
know, but they're not getting the full conversation on TikTok.
I know. I told him I film on all social media
Oh,
platforms.
okay. Okay. My bad. I shouldn't have said shit.
No, you good. You good. Look, chat. Look at a woman. A woman to throw you off. Now I don't even know where I was at. Now I
Boy,
don't
shut
even know
up.
where I
And
was
vice
at.
versa. Niggas are a distraction.
Oh, look, of course, chat. They always
They
gonna
throw
target
you.
on you. They gonna always look. They gonna always try to revert it back to you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before we go, chat, let me give y'all some motivation. Some motivation. Let's get it. Before we start, let's get it real quick.
If an eagle ever sees a bird flying at the same altitude that he's flying at, it must be another eagle. It must be another eagle, because pigeons don't fly at the altitudes of eagles. And if you find yourself flying with pigeons, you may be flying too low. So you show me your crowd, I'll show you your future. You show me where you're really trying to go in life, I tell you what eagles you need to go research. If an eagle ever sees a bird
All
flying
right,
at
you
the
hear
same
that boy Ray Lewis? He said if you're an eagle, eagles fly with eagles, pigeons fly with pigeons. So if you're a pigeon and you catch yourself, or if you're an eagle, you catch yourself flying with a pigeon, then you're flying too low. One more. Let's get it from Wallow now.
morning. I know you be on Instagram listening to everybody telling you how to get on and what to do, how you do. I'm gonna give you straight up. I'm gonna give you my formula. When I was broke, I operated from that. When I was JBM, just barely making it, I operated from that. I ate out of the Chinese store for 6 months. I stacked $8. I didn't try to live and be somebody that I wasn't based upon acceptance from a bunch of people that don't care about you, that don't even know that you exist, and probably don't like you if they do know you. I didn't care about none of that. What you got to start doing is stay in your lane and operate based off of your financial capability. Don't be trying to, oh, damn, I want to be, no. I wasn't nowhere that I wasn't supposed to be. I wasn't buying nothing that I couldn't afford, and I was stacked. They used to call me Stack a Dollar because I was stacking $1 every day. I stacked it. I didn't care about what was going on. I didn't care about, oh, I can't be here, because guess what? Next summer going to be better than this summer. And the summer after next summer going to be better than next summer.
Talk that shit,
And
Wallow.
like life get better.
Talk that
Life
shit,
get better. But
Wallow.
when you position yourself for a better life, you get a better life. I never seen nobody
Talk
position
that shit,
themselves for a better
Wallow.
life that's only worrying about the life that they in right now and worrying about the time right now. Because what you do is you'll fumble the foundation that you can establish, you'll fumble that trying to impress and trying to be somewhere that you ain't supposed to be. You know you ain't supposed to be there. Why you there? You know you ain't supposed to be buying this. Why you buying it? You know you ain't supposed to be affiliated with certain people. Why you messing with them? Listen, you really got to start living for you, because guess what? When you die, there's no bunk beds in the casket. Live your life, enjoy your life, stop playing games. Morning.
There we go. Let's go. There we go. That's how we started off, chat. That's how we started off. Some motherfucking motivation for your ass. You heard me. You heard what Wallow said, man. Start positioning yourself to be in the spot you want to be in life. Stay in your lane. If you know you're not supposed to be somewhere, you know you're not supposed to be spending a certain type of money. If you know that you need to stack up. Stack up. Don't spend the money. Don't go to places that might get you to spend money. Don't be around the people that might get you to spend money. Don't be around people that gonna throw you off your square, that's gonna enter your lane, that's gonna take you somewhere else. You feel me? Because you know what they say? Oh man, you'll make it back. Oh man, you gotta live once. They saying all that, but they ain't talking about your dream. They ain't talking about the future that you want for yourself, right? They ain't talking about the goals. They talking about for right now. That's a problem with a lot of people. Everybody want to live for the right now. And people don't understand it's a double-edged sword to that. Right? Because what happens when you make it to further down the line? Now we're not talking about right now. I always say people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. Now, let's get this started. Miss Free, where would you like to start for our A block? Where would you like to start?
What is the most popular?
We could like the biggest news?
Yeah, yeah.
If we talk about the biggest news, I would probably say Pap and Rim. That's probably the most biggest news out of the things we could talk about for our A block.
Okay, we can start there.
Okay, let's get into it, chat. I got her. I got her. Alrighty. All right. Pap and Rim. Pap and Rim. Let's give us this. Let's give I'll start this one off. Let's give a breakdown on what happened. So, chat, if you haven't by now, I'm pretty sure you have. It's everywhere over the timeline, right? Pap and Rim are going back on social media against each other. Supposedly it started from Calissa, I think, or Carissa, one of the two. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. But the girl that Pap is with, the boxer, right? She went on the Breakfast Club. She was saying she spoke on just her journey, and then she also spoke on Rem and Pap. But from my acknowledgement, she didn't say anything that was disrespectful. But Remy Ma didn't take it that way. She did not take it that way. She said, hey, she ain't supposed to be speaking on me. Don't let her. Hold on real quick before I fucking mess this up. Hold on, yo. There we go. Okay. So she basically said like she don't appreciate Shorty said like putting her name in her mouth. Then she was talking all this shit about Pap, and she also showed that she packed Pap clothes a long time ago. He ain't never came and got them back. Right? Oh, and then I believe she mentioned that he ain't seen his child in a long time, which provoked Papoose to then say what he had to say about Remy. Now I'm gonna play a little bit of the clip, but I'm not gonna play too much of it because it's probably like 3 parts on it, right? Let's just say this. Pap was on there talking. People kept calling his phone, interrupted his live, then he came back. He said some crazy things about Remy. He said Remy is gay or bisexual. He
We all knew
said
that.
no, we didn't because she never stood by
Ben knew
that.
that.
No. She was against it. She was against gay. She was
Nicki
against gay,
Minaj told on her.
but there was no proof about that.
Well,
This,
we
this
already heard of it. So
ah,
continue.
yeah, look at her chat.
Maybe
She already on. I'm just saying that was a
we already
diss.
knew. Yeah,
Hold
we
on.
already knew that.
That was a diss though. That was a diss. Are we
Not
believing
not to
every
me,
every?
because
All right, so hold on. So she didn't say it in a diss. She didn't say that
what?
about Remy Ma. She wasn't saying that about Remy Ma as in dissing Remy Ma when she called her gay.
Who?
Nikki.
No, there was an interview with Nicki when she was a stud where she said she messed with her. I sent you a video. You probably ain't looked
You
at it
right.
yet.
Send it again right now.
I sent it last night.
I don't think anybody ever chat. If you heard about, I never think nobody. I'll never remember Nicki Minaj coming out saying her and Remy Ma were
This was
having
before Nicki was
relations.
Nicki. Nicki was a stud at this time, but it was Nicki.
I'm gonna use that as cock sources until you can come with the
Okay,
interview.
we'll go through your
No.
messages,
Hold
and
on. Where'd you see it at?
I seen it years ago, and it just resurfaced. Yes, I seen it yesterday for some reason.
On
It
what?
came up yesterday,
What?
and I sent it to you on TikTok.
I'm asking you what. Who did the interview? What platform?
It really wasn't a play. It was like her on the street, just somebody with a camera talking to her.
So when
I mean,
Nicki,
just
hold
look
on. So
at
when
it.
Nicki Minaj wasn't in shit, we believe in just what random people say.
I believed it. You
Okay.
ain't got to believe it. I do.
Oh, okay, Chad. You see that? You see that? Anyway, let's keep going. He said that he caught Remy Ma in the bed with another woman. He also said in the same thing that he can't believe he called her like that because she was the same person denouncing being gay. And not just being gay, but was against female on females type shit. So he also said that. He also said that he admitted to knocking the dude out, which we already kind of knew that he knocked the dude out. But he stated that, and like I said, I'm gonna play a little bit. He stated that he didn't knock him out because he slept with his wife. He knocked him out. And if you're a man in here, you probably understand this one. You don't shake no man hand
I
if you
agree.
fucking they girl. It just chat on some manly shit. It just another level of disrespect. Not that you just hitting a girl because you can't no man control who that girl fuck. But for you to come in a man hand, act like y'all cool, shake his hand, and you fucking this girl behind his back, that's another level of disrespect. So I understand Pap for doing what he did. And then he also, well, hold on, yeah. Oh, well, he basically just gave out a lot of information. So I'm gonna play a little 30-second clip of one of his lives. Here we go, right here. Here we go. Give me.
I hate to say this, but you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. And I don't even want to bring my stepson in it because I know his situation is very serious and I love him. And I love my son.
All right, chat. That's a little 30 seconds. That's just him basically saying he caught her in the house cheating with the girl, right? And if y'all want more about it, y'all on that part of it, y'all can go look at it on YouTube, right? I don't want to go and get into every messy detail word for word because, like I said, it's a long video. It's about I think altogether the live ended up like an hour and 45 minutes. So I'll take the lead on this because we already got that energy going on. So I'm gonna say this. Well, I just started by saying it's a question. Was it last week or the week before? Last week or the week before, me and Free had this conversation, chat. And I asked her, are we going to sit here and say women do not play kid games? And when I say kid games, I mean with the children. I said that, chat. I said women play that game. Free, on the other hand, she admitted to it eventually, but she was quick to say men do. And I
No, I
say,
no, you're lying. Don't put words in my mouth.
you didn't say men play children game too? You didn't say that?
Yeah, both. I never
That's
denied
what
women doing it. I
hold
just
on,
didn't believe that was going on in
stop,
Haley.
stop, hold on, stop.
Don't put words in my mouth.
We're not talking about Haley. We're talking about what you said. You just
But
admitted. Hold on, time out. Just let me finish. You just admitted to what I said. So what do you mean not putting words in your mouth? I said that women play kid games, and you said men do too. That's
right.
not what you said.
Okay, continue.
Okay, all right, all
Continue.
right.
Continue.
Look at you. Look.
Continue.
Okay then. So she said men do too, and I said we're not talking about men. We're talking about women. Do women play kid games with men? And she said she know of some situations personally of that happening, right?
Right.
But she was big on DDG and Haley, right? Because I was of the population that said she may be playing kid games with DDG. And Free, we get off Free in a second, but she stated that, hey, we only know about all this because DDG been talking. Well, chat, we just so happen to get in a situation where it's the other way around, which We never knew anything coming from Papoose side. We only heard from Remy. Until Papoose spoke, we only heard from Remy this entire time. She talks about how Papoose was the brokest nigga she ever dated, but yet she was married to him for all these years. He stood beside her all these years, right? When we ever spoke about Pap and Remy, to my knowledge, we were mostly saying, look how supportive when it came to Papoose. Look how supportive he is of Remy. The whole get out of jail thing, holding her down till she came out. I mean, when she went in, we were saying all of that, right? We were saying all of that. So now I just want to hear what the women got to say, in particular Free, about a situation when a man says, yo, this ain't my style, so I was never going to come out here and say nothing. But when you start putting out that I'm not taking care of my child and I haven't seen my child, I have to now defend myself. Because this is no longer just me, you, and you, everything's suspecting you of sleeping with another man. Now you're coming out to say, I do not take care of my children. Free, the floor is yours. Cat got her tongue? What's going
Pap
on?
Pap should I feel like Pap should have shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I think it
And let
just
his
looked
name get
too it
killed?
looked too I mean, it looked too messy for me. I mean,
From
I
who
feel
though? Who
like
started the mess?
uh I guess Remy did.
You guess?
I guess Remy did.
Look at this chat. They guessing now.
No. Oh my God. It just I don't know. It looks I feel like we really don't know. I do remember a time where I seen an interview and Remy told Pap, "You ain't gotta wait for me. You ain't got like it may be too much for you." He decided to wait anyway.
Yeah,
So I mean,
because he loved her.
right? He loved her, but I mean, whose fault is that? Whose
I
fault
mean,
is that?
what that got to do with cheating now?
And I
She
feel
didn't
like
cheat when she came out of jail.
we really don't know what's going on. I can't really say because
No, we gonna go off what they saying. He said
I
he didn't say
see.
she cheated right after jail. He said she started cheating like 3 to 5 years ago. She been out of jail since
I honestly feel
2014.
like right, but that time in jail, I just feel like jail pauses your growth in a way, and she probably just was missed out on some things and wanted to do her, and she probably realized at one point that they wasn't meant for each other. I don't know, but I'm not gonna say that she's not an issue because I see the pettiness in her as well. um I don't see it in Haley though. I think she's very genuine. But anyway, yes, I think it's a mess, and I also feel like Pap is using Clarissa, using her to make Remy mad, or using
Whoa.
her. Yes, he's trying to. I felt like he would, like she said, he wouldn't get his stuff or he wouldn't sign the divorce papers. It took her to go live for him to do that shit because he got to protect himself. She's exposing him. I feel like he still want to be with her, but she don't want to be with him.
Hold on.
That's how I feel.
So are we going to retract the statements that he said, yeah, my shit is still over there because I told you can have it. I don't want it anymore. Burn it, do whatever you need to do with it.
He's probably lying.
Okay, but we're gonna go off what he said.
But
He
I can
said
feel him
he
for saying that. I would say the same shit.
and
Throw that
you
shit
know
away. I
what?
want it.
I don't I'm gonna come in and say this. I don't think Pap is using our girl. Have you ever been in a relationship when you know you're getting cheated on, you stay. You keep trying to work it out. And then when you finally decide to move on, the person that was doing you so foul is now acting ballistic over you, like you did them wrong.
But
Have
we
you
don't
ever? Have
know
you
if he
ever?
did her wrong or
But
not.
I didn't
We
ask.
don't know that.
I didn't ask about them. I asked, have you ever been in one, or you seen one, or you heard of one?
Oh, yes, yeah, definitely have.
Let's chat. Let's take a stroll down memory lane. Easy to block captain, the chump, right?
Mm-mm.
That's what he called. That's what Pap called him, right? The lane, the
No,
lane, the
the
lane.
PAP 2.0,
So chat.
generic PAP.
He, according to Pap, he said he said that she wanted to go to therapy. They went to therapy. He said already knowing that she's sleeping with Buddy. They went to therapy. Are we? Let's just assume what both sides are saying is true. Both sides. He goes to therapy with her. The therapist supposedly says, look, Remy, if you're saying this dude is nothing but business, then after the event with him, don't talk to the man no more." Remy said, cool.
I seen that. I seen that.
But it was clearly a lie. It was clearly a lie. Right?
She's definitely was out of love with him. She didn't she wasn't
And
fucking with Pat.
and if she wasn't, then why are you, when he gets knocked out, why are you on Pap's phone saying, cause look, let's talk about the truth or the lie. I said let's assume all sides are true. Why did she
Right.
leave a voicemail on Pap's phone saying, damn, why did you knock him out? I wanted to stop fucking with him, but now since you knocked him out, I have to stay with him now. And she said, now it's gonna be team papoose on me and then team fuck this nigga on me. Is she lying there? That was a voice recording papoose played from Remy Ma saying that she don't fuck with this nigga for real. And she made
AI
it.
can create any.
Oh,
I'm
look
just
at
playing.
that.
I'm
Hey,
just playing. I'm
oh,
just
this
playing.
is crazy. Pap, hey,
I'm
all
just
the
playing. No,
niggas
no,
out there.
no,
All the niggas, this what we deal with. This what you deal with.
no. I'm just
You
playing. I'm just
can't
playing.
win, Pap. You can't win.
No,
You
that was crazy. I didn't hear that. That's crazy that she said that. What the fuck mean? What the fuck do you mean? Now I gotta stay with him? Like this dude disrespected me by shaking my hand, knowing he low key acting like he not fucking my wife and
so
shaking
but
my hand.
hold on.
I understand why he got knocked
No,
out. I
no,
was
no,
just
no, no,
I
no,
was
not that,
fucking
not
playing.
that, not that. Who put you in a position to get your hand shaken by this nigga, knowing you fucking him?
She did.
My point. Chat, bitches out here play a dirty game.
Hey. Watch the bitch word. Nobody is a bitch. Unless you mean it in a good way.
Bitches are out here playing dirty
Ladies,
game.
you are a
Dirty game.
brilliant,
Hey,
you are
chat.
a brilliant.
Chat. Look, go ahead. I'll let you say what you guys say after I finish. Listen, they are out here playing dirty games, and one of the biggest things is because other women do not hold their ass accountable. All they say is this. Well, what did the man do? Or well, I'm not like that. It might be a couple girls out here like that. There's more women out here like that than there's not. There's more women that don't really want to see you moved on. Because I said this a while ago, chat. I think Free was in here. I don't know if she was on here, but or she was in the chat. I said, do you ever sometimes be done with somebody and just check back to see how they doing? To see if they glowed up or they went down? I think she was in the chat or we were having a conversation. I don't know which one. But I remember a lot of people saying they don't do it. And I was like, I do. I don't check because I want you back. I just want to see if I was right. Did you glow up? Or it looked like you've been struggling a little bit since after
It's
the
you only
departure.
do it because it's about you. You only do
Yeah.
that because it's about you. You like to
Mm,
shit on people. That's
no,
what that
no.
means.
But how would I
Yeah,
be
dude.
shitting on them? How would I be shitting on them? They
Because
wouldn't know. They wouldn't
if they're
know.
doing it right, right. But if they're
Mhm.
doing bad, that will satisfy you in a way.
No, 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 no. It
So
ain't.
in a way,
It's not about enjoyment.
you're wishing bad.
No, it's not about enjoyment for me. It's not about enjoyment. It's more
That's
about
the tone that it's giving when you talked about it. That was the tone that it gave.
Well, I wish more people would listen to what I say and not assume what I'm saying and listen to what I'm actually saying because that's what I said.
Okay.
I I go back to look to see if the decision was a good one or a bad one. Did you progress since this breakup, whether it's mine or yours? Whether I broke up or you broke up? Did you
Mm-mm.
progress or or have you either became stagnant or went lower? I check because most times in the breakups outside of cheating, I mean, or not cheating, outside like physical type of damage and everything like that, there's not too many relationships that end on a peaceful note. Like, man, you know what? We just ain't good for each other. It don't work out. It's normally somebody always stepping out.
Right.
It's normally somebody stepping out and they getting caught. So I like to look back and say, are you with that same person? Because look, I don't cheat, so that's why I can look back and do it. Are you still with that same person? And has your life progressed? And from my knowledge, every time I look back, it is what it is. Now, Pap is looking like the same thing. And look, let me be honest. Is Pap hurt? Yes. He sound like a nigga that's hurt. Because we did not need to know that Remy was cheating on you with a girl and a dude.
It really didn't.
We didn't need to know that. Is Pap hurt, chat? That nigga is hurt. But I would be hurt too. I ain't gonna lie, I would be hurt too. If I'm married, if I think they did their marriage about 2 times, they did one at the jail and then one when she got out the jail, if I'm correct. Um, and then you've been publicly supporting her heavy, heavy. Not, I don't know if Pap ever did anything wrong. I haven't heard her say as far as like cheating and stuff. From what I know, I think she mentioned it one time, but I think she mentioned it. I think Remy mentioned it. He was cheating on the Carissa girl. She was saying that he got some white bitches that he be going to, and he be fucking with Carissa here and there. I think that's if I'm right, that's the only thing she mentioned about him cheating. I don't think she ever mentioned him cheating on her. But I'm saying this, Pep, as in this is why they say nice guys finish last. Because you would rather to be in Pap's shoes, you would rather you have been a dick. Been some nigga that been cheating, so it's been like, oh well, that's why she did it. But when you are the person that ain't getting that scrutinized for being not that, because the only thing she really said about Pap was he was broke and that she paid for everything. So she basically said that he was a down bad nigga. That's really all you heard from Remy. He was a down bad nigga. He was broke and he couldn't really take care of shit. But according to him, he says, man, go look at them finances. I was paying the bills. And also he just didn't say it, but I mean he said it, but he didn't put it out there. He said, why did you call him back and ask, are you really done with it? He the same nigga that said he thought you were getting blackmailed by this nigga because of the voicemail you left. You say you're gonna be done with a nigga, but he feel like you getting blackmailed. But then when he go look, it's a problem that he trying to help you out. I I don't know, free. You team nice girl. So go ahead, yo. Let the ladies know in our viewing audience, our growing viewing audience, how it is. How we should just take it on the chin and not say shit. Let our name get dragged through the mud. Like we ain't shit niggas and
I
ain't
mean,
shit
I
parents.
mean, you could do whatever you want. I only say that because y'all the ones that get looked down upon for talking. I mean, it ain't women doing it. The men be talking about you acting like a bitch. If that's what you don't want, then shut the fuck up. But I mean, like I said, I feel like everybody deserves to. If I felt attacked and I felt like I needed, I would do the same. I do feel like he's hurt, and based on what I've saw from Pap and Remy Ma, I don't really know them. Like I only know them from the Black Love thing. Based on what I've saw, what they've showed me is Pap's been a good boyfriend. I I mean, he's
Husband,
rode for
husband,
her, a good
husband.
husband. He's
Thanks.
he's rode for her. Um and I just feel like she's not in love with him. I feel sometimes you ain't lying when sometimes a dude can be so nice that it's like so easy to run over him because he allow it. It ain't like you're doing it to intentionally hurt this person. It's just like you weak. You weak. You don't have no boundaries. So if I could run over you, I'm gonna treat you as such.
Mm.
So I feel like that could have happened. You
You
know,
think he was
sometimes
a run over type of guy?
sometimes giving too much love and too much attention can overstimulate somebody sometimes.
Mm.
Um, but I mean, based on what I've seen, I do feel like he was a good boyfriend or a good husband. I do, and I do feel like based on what I've seen, she is the problem. She might be the problem.
Say it with me. Remy Ma,
No.
you're
Anyways,
wrong. Say it with me.
they both wrong.
How
They
you
both
wrong?
wrong. Because we don't know. They've been together so long. Sometimes shit just fall apart. And I forgot to say, ladies, if you don't like being called a bitch, I need y'all to understand something. Because when I'm called a bitch, I thank people for that. So if you get offended when a man call you a bitch, just understand that bitch means you are a brilliant individual that creates happiness. Okay. Okay, so don't get mad because some dudes try to say bitch to disrespect you, but when they call me a bitch, I appreciate because I know I am. I know I am. So that's just a way to not be mad at that word. I just wanted to say that earlier because he said bitch in a disrespectful way.
I said
So ladies,
bitches.
yeah, bitches, it was disrespectful. I took it
It, it
disrespectful. So
well, it wasn't towards you. I didn't say you,
anyways,
but I'm
continue.
saying the bitches out here. You know what y'all know who y'all are. Drake, a
The
famous
brilliant
line. Hold on,
individuals
talking
that
about.
create
Uh,
happiness out here, right?
okay, we heard that. We heard the memo. Get a
Mhm.
shirt. Get a shirt. The famous Drake line. Women hate when I call them bitches, but the bitches love it. And that says
Right.
that's
Because
it.
we're brilliant
Oh,
individuals that create happiness.
okay then. So
You're
what's the
right.
point? Okay, so you can say it with me though. Come on, say it with me.
It
Remy
with
was
me.
wrong. Remy
They
was
both were
wrong.
wrong. They both was wrong. Cause
Hold
mm-mm.
on. This is not the same energy you was giving for Haley and DDG. You was on DDG for spreading the business. And so when Haley finally struck, she's not wrong because she only
This
responded to
this
him.
is this is different than them. I mean, but look
No,
because
I
Pat
started
Pooh start
abuse. I started
talking.
abuse. After she mentioned Mike's
Pat
child.
Pooh started
After
talking.
Mike, okay, so
Pat
hold
Pooh
on, hold on.
started talking.
But Pat Poose didn't talk on a level of, hey, I'm mad because you're with another man. I'm only started talking when you said I was a bad father. You can
Okay,
cut.
and
She said this. He never. Hold on. Don't listen. He said he didn't say nothing when she called him broke. He didn't say nothing when she said he was cheating. He didn't say nothing when she said I've been taking care of you. He didn't say nothing. Soon she
but he
said,
was paying all
so,
the bills though. Did he say that?
but he didn't. He didn't speak publicly about any of that until she said
Oh,
he
okay.
don't even
Okay, she was being a little messy. She was being a little messy.
little.
But
She was wrong.
I
Say
think
she
it's
was
deeper than
wrong.
she
Just
was wrong and he was wrong. Remy Ma was wrong. Pat Poose was wrong.
look at it, Chad. I hope y'all learned. This is a valuable lesson.
I
Women in
honestly,
accountability, they gotta have you
no,
drawn into it
no,
instead of being self
no.
accountable.
I don't think women are built that way. I think men are the reason women are like that. I honestly believe that because
Accountability is a
no,
motherfucker,
no,
bro. Oh my
it's
God. Oh
no.
my God, right
I
now.
need you to no, because I mean you've seen Game of Thrones, haven't you?
Yes.
This is just an example. I'm just trying to make
Damn,
a
we
point.
going back. God.
From the beginning of time, men had control of everything, and you see how that evil queen was. She was evil. She wasn't born like that. She was around a bunch of men who made her fucking like that, and it's like it just runs through the generations and generations. It's like trauma. Trauma is something that attaches to us from down a generation to generation. So I feel like any woman born on this earth is not they're not born like that. They're made like that because of some traumatic shit, or because it was a man. A man make a woman evil. I'm sorry, I believe that.
Okay. Okay. Well, chat, I guess this segment should be called There's No
And it don't even
Accountability
have to
for
be
Women.
romantic, man. It could be your brother, it could be uncles, it could be your daddy. It's I think men do this, make women evil like that, because women are naturally nurturers.
You,
Women
you,
aren't just born like that.
and
I
and
refuse
this
to
is
believe it.
another segment of No Accountability for Women. Chat. This is another segment of No Accountability for Women. Hey, you'll hear a woman saying, "Oh, free will. I like to do my own thing," but as soon as they do some bullshit, it's because a man did it. It's never because you did it yourself.
I'm
You
not
were.
saying it's
That's
okay.
what you
It's
just
not okay
said.
to do certain things. It's not
You
okay to do certain things.
but
But
you give
I'm
them no
trying to get to
accountability like a
the
child.
root of the
Hold on, but
problem.
you
The
give
root
them
of the
you
problem.
give them no accountability like a child. You
After
blame it on everything else but saying the child made their decision to do this. So you saying a woman, hey, if you make a bad decision, you look a certain way, don't worry about it because it's a man fault anyway. Somewhere down the line, it was a man fault. The reason why you you decided to do this.
no, because I think you should learn from every experience. It's definitely your fault because you make the choice. But all I'm
But
saying is
it's a big but.
I understand. I
That motherfucker
understand.
jiggling.
That's all women want is for motherfuckers to under fucking stand. But it's hard for y'all to do that. So continue.
That okay, all right, chat. Well, look, in closing, chat. In closing, um, like I said, chat, man, they and here you go. That's all I can say. Here you go. When you look at this chat, just I'm putting my hand up like this. I'm a ta-da, ta-da. That there you go, right there. All right, let's get to our next topic. Let's get to our next topic right here. Hold on. Let me get my list really quick. Let's go with. So we kind of talk about relationships right now. Did you did you hear the thing about bad Barbie or bad baby? I think that's her name.
Oh yeah, I did hear some shit she said. Kind of caught me off guard. But yeah, I think I heard it.
Okay, do you want to give a rundown or do you want me? I can play the clip.
Play the clip. I think the clip is better.
Okay.
I'm finna
What's her
mute myself so I can hear it.
what's her name? Bad baby?
Bad baby, I think. Yeah.
Uh, I think her name Bad Baby. All right, chat. So Bad Baby, Bad Baby was on an interview and she asked a really good question. She said, why when somebody's your family member, they get treated differently when they hurt you than somebody that's like your boyfriend or your man or something like that. So let her go ahead and say it.
So much shit with my mom. My mother has done unspeakable things to me. You know what people say? Even online. That's your mom. That's your mom. Why don't people say that's your man? So it's okay.
Like, so because you're not blood, so because he's not
even
your blood, you have to put up with it.
Even tied with a child.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? People,
like, your mom could do unspeakable things and you have to tolerate it or forgive it
people
or get over it
always
because
say
it's your mom.
she should still respect her mother. She should still respect her mother. And people are going to say, oh, because she gave birth to you. No, y'all say that about brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins. Y'all do that. Y'all say that. When it's family, it's okay.
It's not, though.
No, it's not.
It's
but
not
I'm saying,
okay.
Why should they have to stay around him after what he's done? But just because I had a black eye once and he cheated on me means I should leave him forever and break up a went through.
Okay, chat. Okay. We hadn't heard that about from Bad Baby, right? Did you hear that?
Yep.
You can go first.
I feel like if um I feel like the reason she's taking that type of mess is because she was forced to take it from her family members. Her mom was bullshit to her, so she's used to that chaos, trauma, and shit like that. So she's gonna take it from her boyfriend. She's grew up taking that type of shit, so it's understandable why she feel this way. But if she had somebody in her life that would, treating her different,
Free.
she probably wouldn't. Huh?
You. I think you're not answering the question.
What?
The question was, why does family get treated differently than if it was your boyfriend who hurt you? So your family hurt you. That's what she was saying. My mom does unspeakable things to me. My brother, my family. I mean, my uncles, aunties, all that. But they're your family though, so you should forgive. She's saying, why is it like that with family, but it's not like that with significant others?
I think we was all just conditioned to believe that blood is thicker than water, and we just, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, even growing up, like you could have an uncle that molested you. The family's gonna put that under the rug and try to hide it from the world. And
Yep.
I feel like we just conditioned to take hurt from family because they're blood, but it's not right. It's not right. These motherfuckers deserve to get beat the fuck up or killed or whatever the fuck they did, depending
We
on
ain't
what
gonna
the
say
fuck they
man.
did.
I'm saying, you ain't gonna say
Yeah,
killing on
yeah,
here.
because shit like
We
that
not
happens.
we not gonna say killing on here.
Unalived.
Okay. I'll say I don't know if we're conditioned. I don't know if we're conditioned to it, but I want to say it's more of, because I agree. I don't think that family get off the hook. I think if motherfucker do you bogus, they do you bogus, blood or
Fuck
not.
'em.
And I think it's a lot more of people who are your family that do you worse than there are that many people that you don't know who do you worse. But I also think the reason why everybody, because what she should have said in there is like, I would have asked her in that moment, well, have you ever done that? Like, have you ever told somebody, well, that's your mom, that's your sister, that's your brother, even after they did you bogus? Because what I think is more so people tend to don't want to believe that it's somebody in their family that is doing the things that they know are unspeakable. And even if it happens, I think people want to say, well, let's try to get this person help and stuff like that. Not saying that that's wrong to get them help, but more so, I think they go to the necessary or maybe not necessary things to be like, this might be just a one-off. It can't be that. It can't be this. It can't be that. I think a lot of people look at it that way. And I think that's why some kids and some girls, what up, Solo? What's good, Solo? I think some people come out and look at it and be like, this is my brother. He wouldn't do no shit like that. And if he did do, he was just tripping, bro. I known him for so long. He had never go rob this person. He would have never went to go kill that person. Man, my uncle would never touch that girl like that, man. Shit like that. I think a lot of that, I think people don't look at their family members and say, bro, these are some of the same people that we talk about. The deadbeats, girls be having brothers who are deadbeats and talk about deadbeats, but still loving on their brother. Dudes will have men that are deadbeats and are against deadbeats, but be cool as fuck with their best friend that's a deadbeat. It's this double standard. When it's family, we're going to turn the blind eye to it. But if it's somebody on the street, we're not going to turn the blind eye to it. If child, you know how many times I done dealt with women growing up that tell me that they moms was god awful to them, but that's your mom at the end of the day. Who dad did some crazy shit, but that's your dad. I hear the moms will say that about the dad. Man, that's your dad. He wouldn't do no shit like that. I think we conditioned to think if it's family, let's have a double standard for it. And then when it's somebody that you don't know that well or that you just met, we feel like they should be done with immediately. You seem like you got something to say. What's up?
Damn. Oh, I think a lot of people also they feel like, hey, like even the person that is hurting a family member, they feel like, hey, they're gonna forgive me because we're family anyway. And because so many people forgive families, some people just tend to keep hurting because they're gonna be forgiven because we blood, we'll get over it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get over it. But some things, you know, even if it's family, you gotta say fuck them. Real shit.
Look, chat,
Blood or not.
dead ass.
'Cause some
I
people
didn't
don't act like family.
cut off family members. We not speaking again. Because it's some shit that I stand by. Now I had other family members reach out to me, their siblings reach out to me, say, "Man, come on, bro. You know it was like that, or you know he a little of this." And I say this, nah, bro. It's some shit that I won't play with. If you cross that line, you are done. Brother, sister, mom, dad, uncle, auntie, grandma. If you cross certain lines with me, you are done. You are done. I might say what's up, but I'm not speaking to you like that. I'm not calling you. I don't got shit to say to you. Red's in the building. What's good, Red? Red said for sure, bro. People know what they be doing. We all grown as hell. Fuck them. Yeah, I think that too.
True.
People know what they be doing, bro. People know how to look. People know how to manipulate shit. People know how to use certain shit against you. That's just not been with me. And I feel bad for Bad Bunny. And you know, it's not Bad Bunny, it's Bad Barbie because it's Bad Bunny is the dude.
A bad baby, ain't it?
Bad something. Sorry, girl. Hey, man, you ain't in my age bracket like that, so I really don't know. But yes, I feel like we should hold that same standard for family. Now look, should we give family a little more leniency? I would say so. Just because they're family and it's somebody that you kind of know. But do I think that like if they cross certain lines, we should give them lead? No way, Jose. No way. And this includes friends. If your friend crosses a certain line with you in the name of my man's Redman, fuck them. If they cross certain lines, it's fuck you. I don't care if our friendship been 20 years, 10 years. Then you should know not to cross a certain line. That's how I feel. Then you should know not to cross a fucking certain line. So, chat, Appreciate everybody in the building. If you're just now joining, what do you think, chat? What do y'all think? Let us know something. Not should, but why do we give? What's your answer to it? Why do we give family more of a leniency than we do people we don't know? And just so y'all don't know, it was a quick clip. I'm gonna play it one more time for you so they can hear for the new people that just joined. All right, I'm gonna play
I'm
again.
so happy that I didn't leave him because I went through so much shit with my mom. My mother has done unspeakable things to me. You know what people say? Even online. That's your mom. That's your mom. Why don't people say that's your man? So it's okay.
Like, so because you're not blood, so because he's not your blood, you have to put up with it.
Even tied with a child.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, your mom could do unspeakable things and you have to tolerate it or forgive it
People
or get over it
always
because
say
it's your mom.
she should still respect her mother. She should still respect her mother. And people are going to say, oh, because she gave birth to you. No, y'all say that about brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins. Y'all do that. Y'all say that. When it's family, it's okay.
It's not, though.
No, it's not.
It's
but
not
I'm saying,
okay.
why should they have to stay around him after what he's done? But just because I had a black eye once and he cheated on me means I should leave him forever and break up a went through.
All right, chat. So yeah, that was it. Oh, you got something to say?
No, I wasn't. I didn't have nothing to say.
Oh, okay. Hey, chat, if you haven't, please hit all the social media platforms. ATW_TAVO. Please make sure you go like and follow all the social media platforms. And Free, you want to give yours out real quick?
Free World 911 on YouTube and Free World 1113 on TikTok.
We're gonna get Free in the pre-production and get her right on her socials. Like, we're gonna probably hang something in the background and say this is Free social
Yeah,
media.
I keep forgetting to actually pay attention to that because it's confusing. I keep forgetting.
I was about to say, you said this last week too. You said
I know.
911.
I change my name so damn much. I change my identity every couple years.
She's a shapeshifter. She's a shapeshifter.
Oh my
Mystique, you
goodness.
Mystique from X-Men, the blue girl. You Mystique. She turned into anybody.
And everybody, but not everybody.
Look, she's back with the bars. Red said a lot of people who gets crossed, it be somebody close to them. Solo said for real. No, hey, dead serious. Sometimes people, your family member will do you worse than somebody on the street. That's why you heard that saying, man, I get treated better from people I don't know compared to people I know. I get more support from people I don't know than the people I do know.
And it hurts because you expect this person to, treat you a certain way because they're family. And the only way a person can cross you is if you care about them or you have an expectation of them. A random person, you really don't have expectations, so it's easy to cut them off or, leave them alone. But family, it's not as easy because you expect family to be a certain way, and family are just like people. You may be raised in the same household, but
They
the
are people.
person you are, is you start realizing that when you grow up with your siblings. Like, this is an evil individual. Like, I seen it growing up, but because we're family, you accept a certain shit.
And it's crazy, Chad. In closing, it's only crazy because I'm not saying that like you won't love these individuals, right? Like, the people I cut off in my family, do I love them? Yes. Like, if they were, God forbid, to go somewhere, like, I would still pay my respects and still do all the funeral and everything. Like, I'm not. It's not like I don't care for them. It's just that I'm not allowing you to get close into a certain circle with me anymore. Once you cross a certain line. All right. Oh, so I mean that was good. And hey, and I like bad. Hey, shout out bad baby because I like the fact that you corrected her and say, well, I know that because people get on these fucking mics and they say what they think you want to hear all the time. We're gonna just say the politically correct shit. I hate that type of shit. Now, are we gonna speak too real? No, because everybody trying to sell a product and shit like that. But we're gonna get as close to the truth and as real as we can. I just hate the people who get on there and try to act like I'm just gonna say everything right. Like them people who do that, them are the pods and the shows I don't like watching. Cause I'm like, of course you're gonna say that. Like anybody would. Duh. But you could be one of the people we talking about. Okay. So we got the band, we got the Remy. Let's keep. You know what? Let's talk about this. So I kind of heard this. I got a question for you, Free. Do you ever get tired of showing up for people?
Mm, yeah. Y- yeah. hmm I do.
Explain. Why?
Because sometimes, see, I'm the type of person that if people need a shoulder to cry or a ear to listen, I'm willing to listen. But like if this is one of the reasons I like stay to myself, and sometimes I stay away from certain conversations and things like that, because I tend to cry if you're telling me something and it's like I know you could do better. I'm gonna cry because I'm like, I hate that this is hurting you. And sometimes it's like I even went through a situation to where somebody told me something and I bawled for them. Yet for them to go back and do the same thing, what the fuck did you tell me this for?
Mm.
Like, why would don't tell me nothing, because I'm gonna have to go through that shit again, especially if I care about you.
Mhm.
Like sometimes it's draining, and sometimes you wish you can step in this person's body, and in order to protect yourself and keep your peace, you just gotta kind of treat them accordingly. Be there when they need, but don't do it to the point where you are being affected by it.
Right.
So like, sometimes you feel like the more you be there for somebody, they'll eventually listen or whatever, or take advice. And I don't expect everybody to take any all the advice or anything, because I didn't take advice when it was given to me. But it comes a time where you get tired of it. You just get tired, and you just like, you gonna deal with it on your own. I've given you the advice, I've given you this and this and this, and I'm getting drained and it's affecting me, so I'm gonna have to step back. So yeah, it does it gets very, very draining, because I know I'm the type of person that I take in other people's feelings for some reason, and I'm crying, and it's not even supposed to be my tears. So yeah, I get tired of it sometimes.
Uh, I understand that. I think it's two different type of ways of showing up. It's either are you showing up financially for somebody or are you showing up with time? That I think you can I think it's a difference between the two. I think maybe showing up financially for somebody, just like whenever they ask for money or they need this, they need that, then you always constantly giving them money. I think if it's time though, it's hey, I need you to be here. Hey, can you do this for me? That's not money related. You know what I'm saying? Or can you watch this for me? Or I need you to take me here. Or um, if you ain't doing nothing, can you go do this? Um, and I also think people who show up for a lot of people do not allow people to show up for them.
I agree.
And I think, go ahead.
No, I think okay. I feel like most people feel like that, and I'm just speaking from my point of view, I feel like most people who are show up for people don't allow people to show up for them because they feel like a burden.
Yes, they know how it feels. That's exactly what I'm about to say. They
Yeah.
know how
So
it
I don't
feels.
want to put my problems on nobody else because shit, I know how it feels when people to put their problems on me. And a lot of times people don't care. It's very few that people that actually come to listen and actually care. And
Yes.
a lot of people don't, and that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of opening up, and like this happened to me a lot to people close to me. They would talk to me and I'm listening. As soon as I want to talk, it's like I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear.
Yeah.
And once I get that, I will never talk to you ever again. Ever.
Because you feel like, damn, I finally was able to open up, and then look, you're not even listening.
Mm-hmm. But you
I
just poured all your
mm-hmm.
shit onto me the other day, and I can't, so I grew up dealing with a lot of personal things. Like growing up I cried a lot, but nobody knew. I cried so much because of a lot of shit going on in my mental, and I felt I wasn't treated right, but nobody knew that I cried a lot. I just
Mm-hmm.
dealt with that shit by myself, so I kind of conditioned myself to deal with um emotional things alone
I might say
because I don't want to be a burden on nobody.
you might need to hit that drink one more time because you sound like you're about to bring a tear out.
I am getting a little emotional, but
Yeah, go ahead
you
and take a
know,
little drink. Go ahead. It better not be no alcohol in that bit.
nah, too
No.
early for that.
It's almost noon. Brunch, daytime party now.
You
No.
ain't lying.
But no, yes, I do think 'cause I would say I'm one of them people who show up a lot. I think how do you I think a solution to some of that is that you have to shrink the people that you show up for. Because hey, I think anybody that's out there that show up a lot for people, one thing that I would tell you to do is count the number of people that you're showing up for. Like if it's starting to reach close to that double digit number, you know what I'm saying? I think that you should start reevaluating it just a little bit because that could lead you to showing up way too often, too much. And typically, some people that show up for people typically say this: "Damn, when I got something, like you don't show up. When I want to do something, you ain't showing up." And then that starts creating some resentment in the person that shows
Hmm.
up. But then the person that shows up normally keeps showing up, but they just coming up there with just resentment after resentment. Man, you know what? You said you was gonna come here. You know what? Whatever. I ain't gonna do nothing for nobody no more. But then that person calls on you again. You do it again. You do it again. And then again, you might have finally an event or something you want to do. You want somebody to show up for you. And then they don't show up again. And then you're just stuck in that same cycle of them. I want people to show up. I want people to show up for me like I show up for them. I would say this, chat. Like I said, for me, I was a person who was doing that. More so not always financially, but I would say my financial and the time part was probably like a 60-40, or yeah, maybe 60-40. And I would say 40 maybe was financial and 60% was time. And it was like when I wanted that same thing back, I wasn't getting it. And I was in that cycle of like, bruh, I'm always showing up for people. I'm always coming to their events, coming to parties, celebrating, smoking, anything. But when I need something, it's either it's a hassle or it's an excuse or it's not when I want it done. And then you get some people who say, "Oh man, well I'll still do it, but it just gotta be at this time." Well, then you're not showing up because I need it at this time. Just like when you called on me and you need me here at this time, or you need me to do something right then and there, I did it. So I would just say, hey man, start counting on the people. I mean, not counting on, but start shrinking the number of people, and whether that's family members or not, that you show up for, because you don't want to burn yourself out, and that's typically what happens. You eventually end up burning yourself out.
And also, sometimes you could show up for people so much that they just lose respect for you and start it's like an obligation or they expect it.
Mm.
So you gotta sometimes go missing. You can't allow yourself to be available all the time to people because they will lose respect for you.
Keep holding the chat down for a sec. I got 1 minute.
Ah, fuck. Okay. Um. How are y'all doing today? Somebody write something in the chat so I could answer some questions here. But anyway, yeah, I'm a kind of a sensitive person and stuff like that. I don't really know what to say, but he always catch me off guard like this, and I don't ever be ready. So hurry up, come back.
I'm back.
Hey.
Yeah, I heard you talking shit. All right, next topic. Did you want to say anything in closing?
um in order to help other folk, you have to help yourself. You have to fill your cup all the way up. Don't give until everybody else get the overflow. Make sure you okay. You have to put yourself first. In order for you to help another person, you got to be there for yourself first. If you're not and you're doing that, you're doing yourself a disservice. So always be there. Show up for you, and when you show up for you, everybody else ain't got a choice but to show up for you too. Stop allowing, yeah, just show up for yourself. That's the goal. That's y'all homework. Show up for yourself. Then the universe gonna reciprocate that energy. Because a lot of times, sometimes we feel healed, we think we healed, but you're not healed if you keep hurting yourself by going to the same people and getting, being there for them, and it's draining you. You're not healed. Heal yourself by being there for yourself first. There you go.
Alrighty. We play a little music. Let's get into a little fun. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Ooh, hold on. I said lighten the mood, chat. Now I play some slow shit, right? uh, did you hear about my boy Travis Hunter?
If y'all don't leave that boy alone, he in love. Let him learn. Let him
Man,
learn on his own.
hey
Man,
Trav, hey
y'all never went through
Trav.
that before. Y'all always in love before. Let him learn.
Now I was in love, but I wasn't no. Was I goofy? Maybe.
Everybody was a fucking goofy for somebody. We don't even know if he a goofy. I seen some people saying that's
What
a
you mean? He
lavender
look
marriage.
goofy as hell. He look goofy, but he my boy though.
Some people saying that's a lavender marriage. That
What's
is
that
crazy.
mean? What's that mean?
Where the guy is, I guess, using the girl as a beard. He's really gay, but he's using her as a cover up and paying her for it. She's getting the benefits of helping him hide his sexuality, basically.
I ain't gonna put that on nobody, but I ain't gonna lie.
No,
I
I ain't
did
saying
see.
it. This is what I've heard. I've seen it through the cock sources, dick sources.
She just had to say that. Hold on. Chat. I gotta show y'all this video, bro. Cause this video was wild. I was like, Trav, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey,
I
you is
think I
who
know what
you
you're talking
is.
about.
You is who you is. But some shit, stop, Brody. Just stop. Just stop, bro. That shit, bro. You moving the leg better than your girl, bro. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick, chat. Yeah, here it go right here. Here it go right here. Hold on, chat. I'm finna show y'all. I'm bringing it over. I see this. I'm bringing it over, chat. Y'all see this?
I got it.
Watch this shit, chat. This shit is great. This shit is crazy as fuck. All right, here we go.
Perfect, baby. That pussy.
No, I can't. No, I can't even do that. I can't even do the song. I can't even do the song. Did you see that shit, chat? Let me see. You know what? Let me see if I can play it for a quick second. Hold on. Let me see it. Cause you gotta hit me. You gotta hit me. Hey, I don't know. Hey, Trav. I don't know, bro. That last move was diabolical. That last move was diabolical. Hey, Brody. That last move, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That last move was crazy. And look, I have somebody tell me Chris Brown be doing that. I feel like Chris Brown do
I
it in a
just
different
want
way,
y'all to
bro.
pay. I want y'all men to
I
pay attention.
don't know about that,
I
Trav.
need y'all to pay attention. It's not really women throwing that at. It's the man making fun of y'all. He's probably not even gay, but you can't do certain
Hold on.
things because men's opinions really be affecting y'all.
Hold on.
It's
Talk about.
really the man
Who making
bullying
fun of?
men,
Who
calling
making
him
fun of him?
gay.
Who
You
called him
said it's
gay? Who
diabolical. You
called
said
who?
it's diabolical how he's moving.
Cause I can't do
That don't
that.
make a man gay.
I didn't say nothing about being gay.
Or that don't why is it diabolical?
Cause I can't move my legs like that.
But he can.
That's why that's diabolical.
You know what you were saying.
See, chat, girls be the first one leave with the gay thing. I never said nothing about him being gay. Chat,
Mm-mm-mm.
I said, hey, the gay word never even came out of my mouth.
You was insinuating a lot, so stop it.
What? I just said it was diabolical that
Continue.
Travis, look, you know who really against you. Do your thing. You know I always
No,
say, Travis, do your thing.
I'm not against him.
Well, why you trying to make it seem like I was?
I ain't saying you was. I'm just saying
You just said I was calling
what
you
you said.
gay.
The way
Calling him gay.
no, the way you said it will make a man feel a way about damn, maybe I shouldn't do this because I guess it's just diabolical. It's too much. And you said he was moving better than his girl. So what are you saying? What's the undertone in that?
I think I said this earlier. I wish people would listen to what I said and what I say instead of telling me what I said.
Okay.
I wish they would just listen to the words I'm saying and then repeating that instead of saying, well, what you said, I said 2 plus 2 is 4. They're like, no, what you really said was 2 times 2 is 4. I didn't say that. I
Mm,
said 2 plus.
okay.
I just wish that would happen.
But
Especially
it's
for,
diabolical because you can't move your legs like that.
trust me, I tried. It don't work. I
I
don't got
just make
the elasticity. I think that's what they call it.
I can't even imagine you trying.
I don't got the legs to
Thomas,
do it. I don't got
Thomas,
the leg.
Thomas.
Nah. I ain't got the legs. Hey, if I keep moving these motherfuckers, so hey, don't be. I be just like that. Nigga, what you doing some shit like I can't even do my arm too. Look, my arm. I think I'm a little buffer than him
No,
too.
but you right. I apologize. I did kind of put words in his mouth. He didn't
Eh,
say the man was gay,
his or
and
me? His
I
or
just
me?
assumed that, huh?
You apologize to his or me?
I I apologize to you and him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Like,
apologize to both of y'all because he didn't say that. He didn't say that. I just assumed cuz I assumed. So, my
mhm.
apologies.
Accountability. She might be the first of many, of many few, of many few. All right. We can move on though. Did you see the video?
Travis,
Yeah,
him and his wife dancing.
yeah.
Yeah, I seen it.
What you think about it?
Based on what I, based on,
Damn, cat got your tongue? Hey, Trav, you better start looking
I
at
don't,
this.
I don't know. I would assume it, a normal person would assume. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I guess I was projecting on you. The way you moved, kind of.
Oh, Lord!
Projecting. I was projecting. So I mean, he kind of. I don't know. If he ever came out gay, I would not be surprised. How about that? I'm not saying he is, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ever came out like that.
Wow. Just
Yeah, I
wow.
was projecting. I was projecting.
Just wow. Ladies. Okay,
But
okay. Going.
ain't nothing wrong with it. I love the gay folk.
I know.
I
Look at
love the
that.
gay folk.
Oh, that's why you wore the. Okay, that's why you wore the hat.
No, this is not
Sim.
why I wore it.
Oh, I
It's a
thought
new
you
hat,
was.
so that's why I wore it. But
Oh,
it's not.
okay. I thought you were
It's.
doing like symbolism because you knew we were talking about Travis today.
I mean, it could. I mean, but no,
It.
that wasn't the reason.
I don't know, Travis. Watch out for it, bro. This is the first time she wore the rainbow hat ever. So
No, I wore a rainbow hat before.
I
I
said
wore a rainbow hat
that one. No,
before.
that one.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah. When you remember last time you wore the rainbow hat?
I got hella hats.
What on? Go back to it. Oh, okay. Okay, I see the rainbow one on the right. I see it. 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 All right. Um Streamer University. Streamer University. Shout out to Kai. Shout out to Kai. You wanna take you wanna start this one off? Uh give the recap of what you've thought about Streamer University. You don't
What
gotta
I
give like
thought.
all the details or whatever like that. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just meant to say you ain't gotta give like
I
all
know
details of what
sometimes
happened.
I could just talk too much. Sometimes I do talk too much and I get carry on. But I thought it was real. It was nice for him to do something like that. I learned quite a bit from that agent guy. I really enjoyed seeing clips of him because he was really giving away some game when it came to that. Um, it it was just I don't know. It was just different, and I liked how some of the bigger creators were like getting into the stream of the smaller creators, trying to help them grow a little bit. I appreciated that.
Mhm.
Um, it made me think of the type of person that it made me think of, like, for instance, Tylil, whoever he is, he was doing that, and it made me think he was the type of dude in school that saw a person sitting alone and he just go make them feel comfortable. He make all the loners feel comfortable. That's how I
Mm.
was growing up. And even in jobs, like, people, I try to make people feel as comfortable as possible. So I mean, I appreciated that. It was just it was nice. I liked it, and I think they should do more like that. I mean, because I feel like it was a success, but it was also, a learning experience as well
Mhm.
for, like, Ty. He can do better the next time, be more strict because it was a lot of stuff going on. Just doing the most, a lot of people just doing the most. But it was pretty good for me. I liked it. I appreciated it.
Me too. I like Streamer University. I would say from like the recap from what I've seen because it was bussing. I feel like it was bussing so much. Anywhere that was streaming, you seen a lot of it. You even seen people who were doing like recaps from other people's streams or co-watching or somebody else's stream with their audience. So I thought that was kind of dope. Some of the stuff that I would say as well that probably could be done a little bit better was maybe him having a little bit of a handle on some stuff. I do feel like some of the pranks and things went a little too far. It didn't seem like it went way too far, but you spoke on Agent when they broke into his room and
Hmm.
he got a little serious about it. That's one when the black girl I'm not gonna really give her too much clout because I feel like she got caught up in some shit. Then she was kind of salty. And I do feel like the other black girl that she was talking about, she was on your ass, bro. You was being a little soft. You were being a little soft. I'm not gonna lie. You was being a little soft. But it was two black girls that kind of got into it because I think they asked the question on Black Girls One's live, and I think the Black Girl Two seen it or heard it in person, like heard her say it. But she basically called the girl unattractive, and she felt like she was sad and she wanted to leave. And basically she was just saying like, I did that because we're in the same spot, so who are you to talk about me? But I kind of feel like, what I'm saying, like on some university shit, like some school shit, that's what happens in school. Like you ain't no everybody at the place ain't gonna be friends, ain't gonna be the best of buddies. Some people gonna
Gonna be some fake shit going on too.
so yeah, it's gonna be some fake shit. You're gonna get some people who talk about you, whatever, like that. But like, that's the world. That's what happens. So I do like this. I do like that we seen some stuff like that happen because it just reminds people like, yo, this is real life. At the end of the day, I know you might get a lot of love from your chat and shit like that, but everybody not in your chat. Everybody don't fuck with you like that. Everybody not gonna just say everything and we spoke on the depression tip on this, and this is some of the stuff I was referring to when I said I don't want to say fake right now, but the fact that when Free mentioned like some people this might be they venting, this might be they like they family and stuff like that, and I spoke on a part of like shit, what I'm saying, but it's not real life. You know what I'm saying? It's not real life. So you might get a lot of people in here talking good to you, good about you, good to you, but you might see somebody in real life like, Free, that fucking hat ugly as shit. And you take it however you want to take it. You feel me? But
Absolutely.
I like that Kai intervened on it, but I can kind of tell in Kai face some of the stuff he's kind of looking at like, come on, bro. Like you still gotta like we ain't trying to be mean to each other, but at the end of the day, come on, man, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have people who talk about you. Shout out to DDG that was doing it. Shout out to Duke Dennis that was doing it. India Love that was doing it. What's that older lady that I like? Fuck, what was her name?
Forget. I think I know who you're talking about.
Gallup something. Cindy Gallup? Is that what it?
Mm,
I think her Professor Cindy, the old lady who was talking about it's not about sex, it's love or something like that. We're not fucking or we not. It's something like that. It was nice though. I liked her shit. Uh, and some of that stuff that some of the people who agent was doing the thing where he was getting some people ad offers, and I think some of that stuff, chat was like it was a kicking spot. But I also think Kai was really paying attention to the people who was really there to work because it. Some of that stuff kind of looked like, and some of the creators there, it was shout out to everybody that got made it there and made some great content. But I think some people look like they were more there for just the good times. Maybe they
okay.
showed, maybe they did some stuff we didn't know. Who knows? They maybe took out some information we didn't see. But just from what we've seen, and I don't think everybody needs to be there being super serious. But I think you can tell some of the people who went there for on a mission to learn and then some people who were just kind of there to be like, yo, I'm gonna be here just showing my face everywhere, making sure I get on as many clips as possible. And I'm not saying that's a negative way. Not saying that's wrong. But I think you can just tell the difference a little bit there. I just think you could. Uh Also shout out to him because he said that Streamer University was his own IP. So he owns it. I think in our production, you talked about him turning down a deal. I don't know how true it is, but I think
From Netflix. I think it was like a $250, 50 million.
half is a $250. Damn, low ball.
Yeah, he better turn it down. But I think it was 250 million deal with Netflix, and
Mhm.
he turned it down because it's his original thought.
Yeah.
And I appreciate about this generation. They not quick to go to somebody bigger. They keeping their own shit. And I appreciate it. And I also want to give a special shout out to Agent. I appreciate him a lot because he was doing some teaching. He
Hmm.
was the only one that was actually treating it like it was.
Well, I ain't gonna say
I
the
really
only
like that.
one. I ain't gonna say the only one.
I mean, to
Just the
me,
ones
he
you've
was doing
seen.
the
Just the
best.
yeah, just
Yeah,
the
the
ones
ones
you've
that I
seen.
seen,
Hmm.
I think he was doing a great job.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Like I said, him. I like Cindy. And it was somebody else in there. I'm forgetting your name. I apologize. But yeah, it was some of them that was really on the ball about this what you can do just to grow your stuff outside of just being in other people's faces and being on the cameras and shit like that. You gotta say something?
I don't know if you caught it, but did you? I know we don't really care about Rakai like that. Did you see he come out as bisexual on there?
Like, did he for real?
I don't know. He said it out his fucking mouth.
What
He
he?
said something about I don't fucking with these bitches. I'm bisexual, and I'm like um I only say that because I'm not surprised.
Well, I'll say that if he is, I'm not either, just because of the persona he gives off.
Right.
Though outside of the persona chat, he cool, but I'm saying he do be kind of giving off the persona like he might be fluid. But who knows? Who knows? If he is,
I
yeah,
think
more
I
power to
honestly
him.
think fluidity is natural.
Well, that's another conversation for another day. I don't know about I don't know about it being natural. How is that natural?
I just feel like it is. That's another conversation for another day.
Yeah, well, you're from gasp and say what?
I wasn't finna say nothing.
Okay. Um, shout out to you though, Kai. Shout out to you for the streaming university. Oh, and on Twitch they even made streaming university its own subject. So I think that's dope too. I definitely think that's dope. Keep
I
going, Kai.
heard
They
this.
keep
I
going,
heard this
Kai.
through
They
cock
said,
sources. Oh my bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I heard through cock sources that what's his name? He's doing a streamer university on Kick. What's his name? White boy.
Aiden.
Aiden. Yeah, I heard he was doing one. I
Hmm.
heard. I don't know how true it is. I seen a flyer, but you know how the internet is. They be making up shit.
Okay. Shit, we'll see. Shit, we'll see for sure. See if it's with Kai. I mean, I would assume it had to be something with Kai. Maybe. Who knows? But I think Kai.
Yeah.
I think Kai's still signed to Twitch, so I don't think he got hosted and kick. You don't know, but yeah, we'll see. You know what they say about the white man. They're always taking ideas and making it there. So you know. Anyway, hey chat. They do say that's true now. That is a proven fact. I'm not lying. It's a proven fact that a lot of the inventions that are said to be owned by white people were made from black people and others. It's not their original idea. I heard that a lot of them they just bought the idea and made it popular.
I mean that ain't nothing new. They they took everything.
Exactly. See, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Aiden did it. Okay. Okay, we're almost up out of here, chat. One other topic. We got two more actually. We got two more. Uh, where is? Oh. This is one that I got from one of my homegirls. She wants to know, why is it hard for females to become friends with males over the internet? Do you want to go first or me?
I'll go. Hmm. I feel like the question is why is it hard for women to be friends with men
It's
or
why is it
is
hard
it
for
both?
females to make male friends over the internet?
I I feel like a lot of women feel as if the intentions are not good intentions when it comes to men.
Mm, okay, I'm
Sometimes
listening.
it's hard to trust people online. You don't know if they're real. You don't know what they're. You only seeing words that y'all texting back and forth. I mean, it's hard to trust. A lot of women don't trust men. So, like online, I think people who meet online is only for sexual reasons. So if a woman is actually looking for a friend, they're not going to look online. I don't know.
But I mean, but she's asking. You saying she's not going to look online, but she's asking that question. She's asking, why is it hard to make male friends online?
Because a lot of men intentions aren't always good, I
Hold
assume.
on, real quick. This, we're going to say, play call a friend. Let's see. Hello. May I speak to Janae Shepherd, please? This is Tavo. We're live on the stream right now. And yeah, and can you hear her? Hello, can you hear her? Hold on.
Yes, I can.
Okay. We can hear you. Janae, I would like for you to phrase your question again. I just asked the chat, but I would like for you to phrase it and go in a little to detail if you could. Say it fast.
How do I explain it? Why is it so difficult for females to become friends with males, especially like on the internet and person meeting in person?
Eh, Go into a little bit more detail of how you like came to that question.
I'm taking really off guard right now.
I know.
Trying to like, I can't remember what I was saying of it.
You were saying stuff about like how you have to be really harsh in the beginning. Not harsh, but like stern in the beginning. Like how do you even start the conversation without saying
Out to a person, I'm thinking like we want to be more than just friends, especially someone of the opposite sex, and you can't just friend zone them immediately either because they take it so offensively.
did you hear that? Hold on. Hello? Do you hear her? I'm talking to you, girl. You muted.
Yeah, I'm hearing her. I'm
Oh,
looking at
oh.
my tablet.
Okay. Cool. All right. Before I let you go, Janae, because I know you're busy. Why? Is it a solution for you? Do you think it's a way to be friends, or you think it's impossible?
I don't think it's impossible, but I just wish men didn't get so cluttered that want to be their friend.
So you think that you
Like,
should?
it don't even mean like anything bad. It doesn't mean you're ugly or nothing, but it's actually a compliment.
So you think that women should go? I mean, should start with like, "Yo, I'm not on that. I just want to be friends."
But that just comes off so aggressive, you know. I don't know.
But you think that's the way that it has to be, though?
Like, kind of, but only certain people can like handle that.
Okay. All right, Chet. Huh?
Nobody likes you, so it's like, well, probably a personal problem.
All right, we finna discuss it. Appreciate it.
Okay,
I will. Have a good day.
love you.
Love you. All righty. Miss Free, now that you heard it out of her mouth, did you hear that or?
Yeah, I heard it was cutting out, but I heard for the most part. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. She said something to the point that did she say it was impossible or
She
is it
said
possible?
she said she think it's possible, but she said she think it's like you got to be a special type of person because she basically said she thinks in order for that to happen, you need to start with friend zoning them immediately and harsh. But she said
Hmm.
she don't feel like she wants to do that, but she feels like if you don't do that, most guys are going to think that you like them in more than one way because it's a girl reaching out to the guy, not the guy reaching out to the girl.
Right. Oh, right, right. I definitely agree with that. I think a lot of times men can't read through that. Um, I feel because there. I'm not. If I'm not mistaken, you even said this. If you friends with a girl, especially if
Mhm.
she attractive, no matter what, if he get the chance, he's going to fuck her. No matter what, he mainly it's not really friends. He's just waiting his turn. That's what most men say. That he's not really your friend. He's waiting his turn. If he ever get the chance to fuck you, he will. So it's never just on a friend tip. From a man's perspective, he's waiting to fuck. That's what most men say. So
Okay.
I think a lot of women just think that that's all they want in the end. So even
Um,
if you do start it off with, "Hey, this is a friend thing," if you go to a man first, he's automatically think you want to fuck him. You smile or laugh at a man joke, he think you want to suck his dick.
no, that's not true.
A lot of times it is. A lot of times it is.
Maybe the men that you're used to. No, I'm gonna say that's not true. That's not true. Just because you talk to a
Maybe,
dude and you're
but for
friendly.
most, yeah.
No,
For
no,
most, yeah.
I'm speaking for the most. Just because you talk to a man and you smile, I don't think most men think you like them. I,
A lot of
my,
dudes do think that.
my response to her was, it depends on the energy you're giving off to the man. If you're being extra, extra friendly, then yeah, a dude is going to think that. Yes. I told her that you don't have to be on no immediately friend zoning them because all you have to do is how you operate. Why are you texting this person so frequently? And I mean, Janae got a problem with that because she just does that as a friend. But I told her, but somebody knew when you do stuff like that, you're sending you are in control of the energy that you're giving off. You're not always in control of how somebody takes it, but you are in control of how you're giving it off. So if you were trying to be friends with somebody, but you messaging me mad late at night, what am I supposed to think? If you hit me with good mornings too often, what am I supposed to think? I'm gonna think eventually, especially if we're not that close. If we're closer, then that's different. But if you're not that close, yes, a man that doesn't know you is going to think those things. And it's not just
Hmm.
because you're attractive, just like she said, you can be like, no, I think it's the energy you give off. And I disagree with what you said. Like, I don't disagree that a dude might fuck. I don't disagree there. I disagree that because I think I done been around some of my female friends. I seen how they operate, and I'm like, man, hell no. Nah. If you, I wouldn't go because it's
Most
some
men
dude.
ain't like you though. Most
I
men
know
are not like you.
I know that's why I didn't say most. I mean, I didn't say all. I just said some. I think that's why I say I do agree that generally most dudes will, but I don't agree with you saying that just because you fuck, they ain't trying to be a friend. I don't agree with that. I think some dudes can fuck and still be friends. I think sometimes it's the girl who can't fuck and be friends more often than a dude because it's feelings that get involved. And more time dudes this and that's why it's girls think what they think with feelings and dudes think with their brains most times. I think sometimes it's more so with that feelings get involved, and when girls get in their feelings, I mean, it is what it is. Y'all think how y'all think. I think most girls have told me they can have sex and not be attached to dudes, but if you are having sex too frequently with men, you get attached to the nigga that you're having sex with the most. So I think dudes can be friends and y'all can still have sex, but I do think if you trying to be strictly platonic, it's the energy that you give off to the man. You shouldn't be texting this man every day. You shouldn't be talking to him too late at night. You shouldn't be and it shouldn't be a super fast response. And the only reason I know that, one reason that's my opinion on it is because I had a girl tell me this about her. She was like, well, about women. She was like, hey, if you just trying to fuck and be cool, stop talking so much. And I was like, what you mean? I know you're a cool guy and shit like that, but the frequency of you texting, talking, it makes the woman feel like you want more than that. You think she was off?
I agree with that.
So I just think for in Janae's question, like I told her, I think it's just more of the vibe you're giving off. I think you can be friends with a dude and be strictly on some friendship, but it don't need to be no hearts. It don't like even if
Yeah,
you
I agree with that.
yeah, like even if you see him hit you with something that's kind of you don't have to respond to it or don't respond at all. And dudes will start getting the hint. They will. Now, I'm not saying
Yeah,
they won't fuck if you give them a chance, but I'm saying that they will start noticing, oh no, she's not on that with me, bro. I didn't try some shit. She just was stale to it. I think dudes will understand that.
but sometimes it be dudes that just overstep. They be like, nah, she just playing hard to get. I'ma keep trying.
Yeah, true that. It is. I
And it
agree.
makes a woman uncomfortable. Sometimes so uncomfortable she can't even say anything.
And if it does, I would say then that woman should stop trying to be
Yeah,
friends.
you should
Yeah.
stay, yeah. Or
Stop
just
trying to be friends
ignore
with
him
this
from here
person.
on out. Yeah. Stop trying to
Mm-hmm.
be friends.
Because if you're still pushing the issue, trying to be the dude friend, knowing that, and see, this is sometimes I blame the women. If you see some dude just keep trying that, why would you still try it? Like, why would you still try to be like, okay, well, we can still try to be cool? It's like, no, you see, this man clearly is not listening to the rules you're making. He's not trying to abide by your rules. So give up the friend idea and take it for what it is.
Right.
A old thing said, believe somebody when somebody tell you who they are, believe them.
He's basically overstepping your boundaries. You said no and he don't respect you. So if you ever get into a relationship with him, you already know, you already seen that he was overstepping your boundaries to begin with.
I'm
So
not gonna look. See, Jack, I always disagree a little bit. I'm not saying he don't respect you. Some dudes
that
just
he
some
don't. If
some.
you only want to be friends and he's keep trying, he don't respect you. He don't
I'm
respect your boundaries.
there. You go. I'm gonna go with. I'm not gonna say he don't respect you because girls and men do this both. They keep pushing the boundaries even after you tell them what's a boundary because they think if they keep pushing, eventually you're cave. I'm not saying that means they do not respect you. I do not believe that somebody don't respect you if they don't respect your boundaries. It's a form of disrespect, but if you are a person that eventually changes your boundaries, like let people cross your boundaries, I mean, is somebody not respecting you or that's you not standing on your boundaries? Because I think kids respect their moms most times, but if they know mom said no, but if I ask her again, she gonna change her mind. I don't think it's a form of not lack of respect for it more than it's. I just know you're a person that change your mind a lot. What you think?
I agree. That's funny.
It's you. Nothing, nothing. To finish it off, chat, I do got one more. One more. I'm gonna really let you take off on this one. So, chat, here we go. This is well, free. You introduce it. This your topic. You introduce the topic,
Okay.
and I'll play
Basically
it when you're done.
there's this conversation being had on over the internet. There's this guy Deontay Kyle or Dante Kyle or Deontay. Sorry if I got your name wrong. He is host of the Grits and Eggs podcast. It's an
All right, we
award
ain't
winning
doing all.
podcast.
We ain't doing all
No, No, he told us
Randall.
when we address him, we need to address that his podcast is award winning. He's of that
Who
podcast.
is this
Basically,
nigga?
he said,
We are on podcast. Who is this nigga? Talking about address him, man. Hey, address us, nigga.
no,
We
no,
talking
cause,
about your
cause
shit,
I
nigga.
fuck with him. I fuck with him.
You don't even know
Anyways,
that
calm
nigga.
down. Calm down. I know him. But anyway, he's the host of the Grits and
You
Eggs
know
podcast.
that nigga.
And he said something that a lot of men disagree with. Basically, y'all finna hear it, but is a huge argument has erupted based on what he said. A lot of dudes are calling him a panderer because of what he said,
That
and
sound
things
like your
like that.
favorite.
So go ahead.
Oh, hold on. You said award winning. What award?
I forgot what he said, but
The Gracie Award?
I'm not sure. But he just won an award. He just was live saying it last night. So yeah. Anyway,
Damn. She forgot the award like that, my man. What you said his name was? Edward?
Deontay Kyle.
Deontay Johnson. Okay.
What?
No, anyway,
It be your own people. It be your own people.
Deontay Johnson, the wide receiver for the Steelers. All right, here we go. You said, what'd you say?
I ain't saying nothing. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, here we go. The pod, what is it? Grits and Eggs podcast from Devontae Edwards. I'm just saying, here we go. Oops, hold on, time out. It's muted. Here we go.
Sometimes stuff like, you may not harass women. You may know how to take rejection. The majority of men that most women deal with do not.
Yeah.
And you are accountable for that as well. Because I don't got time to figure out which white people are nice, which white people aren't racist, or da-da-da-da-da. I have to go on the actions of the group.
Right.
The group as a whole and the history of that group as a whole tells me that they are a danger to me and they are not to be trusted.
Right.
And if you can understand that as a black man and your stance towards white people, then you should absolutely be able to understand women's stance towards you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a war on you waged by women. Actually, the war get a little thicker when we start talking about it from the perspective of a woman and the greater society of racism and white supremacy being waged against black people, and then the patriarchal society being waged against women. So they have to deal with two elements. One of those elements we don't have to think about, and honestly, we're perpetuated.
Mm-hmm.
And it's perpetuated against us young to look at women as objects.
Right.
You know, to anytime stuff like, you may not harass women. You may know how to take rejection. The majority of men that most women deal with do not.
Yeah.
And you are accountable for that as well. Because I don't got time to figure out which white people are nice, which white people aren't racist, or da-da-da-da-da. I have to go on the actions of the group.
Right.
The group as a whole and the history of that group as a whole tells me that they are a danger to me and they are not to be trusted.
Right.
And if you can understand that as a black man and your stance towards white people, then you should absolutely be able to understand women's stance towards you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a war on you waged by women. Actually, the war get a little thicker when we start talking about it from the perspective of a woman and the greater society of racism and white supremacy being waged against black people, and then the patriarchal society being waged against women. So they have to deal with two elements. One of those elements we don't have to think about, and honestly, we're perpetuated.
Mm-hmm.
And it's perpetuated against us young to look at women as objects.
Right.
You know, to anytime stuff.
All right. This nigga is a fucking pander. All right, keep it. You can go ahead.
I do not agree that he's a panderer.
Of course you don't.
He's enlightened, and he's enlightened, and anybody who like have an issue with what he said, it says a lot about you.
Oh, now you judging.
Also,
you judging the.
No, it says a lot about you in the eyes of women. But anyway, don't cut me off.
Women?
Don't cut me off. Anyways.
Go ahead,
I think what he's saying, which a lot of dudes, they like, y'all take it personal what he's saying. I think what he's really saying is a lot of women have dealt with not shit men, and
It's a
it's
man's fault.
anyways. A lot of women have dealt with a lot of not shit men, right? And
Mhm.
so what he's saying is, when a woman feels uncomfortable around you because you're a man, don't take offense to it. Just understand that she's probably had dealing like I give all of y'all homework, all y'all men out there. Ask every fucking woman in your family, any fucking woman that you care about, how many of them has been touched inappropriately, young or old, or how many of them has been very uncomfortable around men. And I bet you everyone is going to say yes, they have been harassed by men. And a lot of people are saying that women need to act accordingly. Women, if you don't want to be harassed by men, stay in the house. Bitch, we can fucking go into the street and still get harassed for no fucking reason. And if we don't acknowledge a man, he's calling you a bitch, you were a dyke, you doing all this type of stuff. Even with me, I remember when I lived downtown, I went into my apartment building and I was followed by a random man walking down the street. I'm running from this man and he's asking me questions and I'm getting scared. I'm trying to get into the elevator. He catches up to me. It took a white man. This was a black random man. It took a white man that he saw the fear that I had in me. He stepped in and was like, "Hey, can I help you?" And he's asking about this. He asking about my apartment building. This is a Saturday. I'm telling him as I'm running from him, you need to come back on Monday and ask the people in the office. But he's following me to the fucking thing. I didn't ask for that. I was just coming from my car and being harassed by a random man. And he couldn't read my body language. I'm running from it. I had to take another man to step in for him to stop. So women deal with that all the time. Dudes will overstep boundaries and just not give a fuck about just not give a fuck just because he think that woman is pretty. He's going to keep going. That's what women deal with on a daily fucking basis, and y'all act like y'all don't see it or understand it. And a lot of y'all older dudes, y'all used to be these niggas that we're fucking talking about. Y'all used to be these niggas, but y'all acting like, oh, I don't know. And then y'all don't hold these dudes accountable. Y'all act like y'all don't fuck with people like that, but y'all are friends with these negative ass people, negative ass dude who talk shit about women all the fucking time, or treat women a bad way, or ain't there for their kids. Y'all act like y'all don't support that, but y'all still support your friends who are that is taking accountability. Yeah, that's taking accountability, is putting people in their place if they're wrong, instead of just saying. i just I really have an issue with people calling that man a panderer. He's an enlightened man, just like Cat Williams is an enlightened man. It's a lot of enlightened men in here, and if a man is speaking from the perspective of a woman, he's a panderer. So I don't know. I don't know. But this whole conversation pissed me off. I was triggered. But I look for stuff that trigger me because I put a lot of passion in when I talk about it. So
Well,
don't
well
think
then,
I'm
well then
mad.
get,
I'm just passionate.
well then get triggered because this energy wasn't there when we just talking about Papoose and Remy Ma. This is exactly why dudes do that. This is exactly why some men go around act like they don't see shit because when it's time for women to take accountability, they don't. They make off every excuse in the world why this happened because
Oh,
of
but
this.
okay,
Hold on, no,
but
no, 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 no. I'll let
so
you
we
talk. I'll
gonna
let you
do it.
talk. I'll
Okay,
let you talk. I'll
follow
let you
women.
talk.
Follow women.
I'll let you talk. And women consistently always put just like this pandering ass nigga just did. Bro,
He
stop
not a
talking up.
pander.
Yeah, he is. There he is. That's my opinion. That's my
Y'all
opinion.
just like
Hold
dick.
on. Listen,
Y'all
that's my
niggas like dick.
can I okay, can you stop telling the chat and me that we're gay?
Y'all like dick. It is what it is.
We don't. And it's okay. Don't tell the chat that they're gay if they're not gay. Like I said, this is exactly what women do. They make excuses all the time for each other, but then want to tell a man to be accountable for other men because that pandering ass nigga only be talking about the niggas that do it. Like there's not niggas that don't do that type of shit. Every man,
Majority do though. We're
that's
talking
why
about the
you
general.
don't even know the number. So how you gonna say general? How you gonna say majority? You talked about
Ask the women in your life. Ask the women in your life.
Hey, and then I'm gonna ask the women, why the fuck y'all choosing these type of niggas? Because most women heard
It ain't about choosing the nigga.
yes,
It's
yes it
about
is.
being
Yes it is.
harassed
No,
by
it's
men.
it's about
It's about being
choosing.
harassed by men.
Can I go? Cause I ain't interrupt you when you was just doing all
Okay,
that.
go
This
ahead.
about third
I'm
time you
gonna mute
interrupt me.
myself.
Okay. Chat, like I said, what are women's choices? Because most of these girls, we ain't gonna sit here and act like most of these women didn't hear about these niggas before they got with them. It ain't always the case that these girls just don't know shit about these dudes. You just met them at a random ass place. You had no idea. You got with this nigga, and then boom. Does that happen? Yes, it happens sometimes. But in majority of the cases, chat, women are dating people in their, I don't want to say in the circle, but around the type of people that they grew up around. So you done heard about some of these people before, right? You done heard. And they still choose them. So when these niggas get to acting exactly how you were told they were acting, then how you gonna blame, you put that label on all men? If a nigga got hella baby mamas and they say he ain't taking care of their kid, but then a girl gonna go ahead and get pregnant, but like, he gonna treat me different. She gonna blame the man. She not gonna blame herself for choosing the same nigga that done got hella baby mamas. She not gonna choose him. The nigga that you heard was a serial cheater. The nigga you with because he was cheating on his last bitch with you. They're going to blame men. What about you blaming yourself? What about you blaming yourself? This pandering ass nigga said we should be responsible for all men not know, for because the majority of men don't know how to take rejection. So all men should be responsible for that. He compared it for how we don't trust white people and they're a danger to us. That's what this nigga said. You know what he didn't
I'm
say?
so disappointed in y'all niggas.
You know what I thought you was on mute. You know what he
Continue.
didn't say? He didn't say, well, what about the girl that was leading the nigga on from the beginning? What about the girl that didn't just ignore it? No, are we saying all niggas are like that?
No.
No. Are there some niggas who are crazy? Yes, I done heard some crazy shit. I got female friends who deal with niggas that are crazy now. And you know when we get to talking, I'll be like, when the last time you talked to this nigga? Am I excusing his behavior? No. But I'm looking at you. Why are you continuously talking to this nigga? Giving them access, even if you say, well, I'm kind of scared. I get that. I'm not saying you're not. I know let's go to extreme because I already know, I feel like that's what she gonna take it. Some niggas will kill a girl for getting rejected. Okay, let's talk about before we get up to that point. Because I think some girls don't know how to get rejected. Is girls killing niggas? No, we're not saying girls are killing niggas, right? But it'd be the same girls that say some shit about, like Free just said, you like dick. Then they come straight for your sexual preferences. You got to be gay. You got to have a small dick. They got to say any of that type of shit, right? Can you? Nobody can control another person's reaction. Nobody can. But I always say you can control how you deliver a message. Does it always work? No, it don't. But I'm gonna play the probability game. Just like when black people get pulled over by police, I'm gonna play the probability game. What's the probability of some shit happening when you want to be rude and loud, or let's not say rude. If you want to say, let's just say that if you want to be uncooperative compared to people who being cooperative, well, can it still happen? Yes. But I'm playing the probability game. What is the probability that it's going to happen compared to if you don't do it? So for women, am I saying it's never gonna it's gonna stop? No, I'm not. But I'm saying is, what's the probability of it happening when you playing along with some of this shit compared when you just cut it dry right from the beginning? Or you ignore it. And I'm saying, when I say ignore, I'm talking about over the internet. I'm not talking about in the person's face. I'm not saying ignore somebody in their face. I'm saying handle it differently. But she itching to go right now. But before you go,
I'm not itching to go. Go
okay,
ahead.
okay,
Do your thing.
I will. Thank you. I want to know, is the probability higher, or no? What's probability is higher? Somebody trying to get with you in your face. Let's just say in your face, and you turning them down. I don't know. They're just saying, "Nah, I got a man. My man over there." Or giving a nigga your number, and now he like, let's say you didn't give him your real number, you gave him a fake number, and now he trying to call right there in your face, or he said, "Text me right now," or "I'm finna text you right now." What's just because if we go extreme, let's just go to extreme. What's the probability of the extreme happening in those two? Which probability is higher for the extreme to happen? I rephrased the question. That's what I should have said. What's the probability of the extreme happening? Which one is higher?
Okay, you said one of the probabilities is you give a man a fake number or you give him your real number?
No, a fake one.
If you give him a fake one, then I think that's more riskier because most of the times they're going to try to do it in your face, and ain't no telling how he's going to react when he noticed you gave him the wrong number.
So we both are in agreement, though. It can still happen on both sides.
Right.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. If you had anything else to say.
Um Even with the like, cuz I'm only speaking on what he said. A lot of women do fear men. Um oh damn. Fuck, I forgot the point I was trying to make. Fuck. Well, yeah, like he said, women do fear men, so a lot of women may treat men a certain way, and a lot of dudes may take offense to it. I just feel like he's saying don't take offense, just have some understanding, because even when it comes to cops, there's been cops as a whole, not every cop is bad, but cops as a whole has put a bad taste in our mouth. So every cop, including the good cops, must take accountability for that, because it's like, even if you're a good cop, most of the time, if you see a bad cop, you're not going to say nothing. That's the accountability that you need to take. You need to stop that cop, even though it may, that's what they mean. That, so I feel like a lot of times dudes don't make other dudes accountable, even if they seeing certain shit that they know they boy shouldn't do. Dudes don't give dudes accountability for the same reason we scared to tell a man no sometimes, because men are scared of men too. Men don't want to get into fights, so y'all, I just feel like y'all always telling a woman how to act instead of just putting these dudes in their place. Y'all need to stop dressing like that. Therefore you won't get harassed. A baby got harassed in a onesie. It don't matter what the fuck you got on. Women get kidnapped all the time. People get touched all the time, and they're not dressed in skimpy clothes. It doesn't fucking matter. A predator is going to be a fucking predator. So instead of telling women what to do, put these dudes in their place, because you know that sometimes when another man is putting another man in his place, a man will listen to another man. It doesn't mean you're going to get into a fight. Most men listen to men. And I feel like a lot of men are scared of men as well. That's why they don't want to put themselves in a situation, which I understand. And this should go across the board. I'm going to put that out there. This should go across the board. Women do need to hold other women accountable, because there are women. I've been that type of woman. I've manipulated situations. I've lied, and shit went my way because I was lying. So we do need to take accountability for that. But what he's saying is, because there's an issue with women being scared of men, women choosing the bear over men, because men are fucking weird sometimes. Just random man, you could be walking on the street and a man will harass you for no reason, even call you names because he's gotten rejected. Like, a lot of women have dealt with that. And sometimes it's a scary situation. And then I've also seen online where dudes will say, "Man, fuck that. I'm only protecting the women that I care about." But I just want y'all to understand, because I believe in the universe. I believe in the energy you give out, you put back. So when you say you only are protecting the women that you care about and no other women, even if you see another woman getting beat on, you saying fuck that. And understandable, you don't want to put yourself in a situation, but understand that there's multiple people that think like that, and you're not always around the women in your that you care about 24/7. So they're also in harm's way of other men who think like you. I'm not going to protect no other woman. So I feel like if you put out that you protect all women, then the women in your life will be protected, only because you protect all women. If you feel like, I fuck every woman except the people I care about, then when they're not around you, they're in harm's way. So, I mean, that's all I really got to say about it. And I apologize. Sometimes I get heated in conversations like this, because I'm a woman, and I know sometimes what women go through with, even if you have an agreement with the man, like, we only fucking, a lot of times women, they forget about that agreement, and it's understandable. And sometimes you feel like because you fucking a man, he actually likes you, and you realize it's not really that. And I understand that. So we have to take accountability. When a man say he ain't ready, bitch, he ain't ready. Don't try to make him ready. Don't think that your pussy is going to keep that man, because pussy is pussy. It's something that'll make him come. So ladies, we have to take accountability. If a man say he ain't ready for a relationship, do not try to make him ready. Don't try to use your pussy, because he can get some pussy somewhere else.
All right. And in closing,
And again, yeah, well, I don't think I apologize for calling y'all, saying y'all like dick. I apologize for that. I was just kind of heated a little bit. I'm sorry, chat.
oh, oh, thank you
And
for calling.
I'm sorry, Tavo. I'm sorry.
Good, you good. What I was gonna say, oh, in closing to that, what I'm saying, just because I do gotta say a little thing. When you mentioned the police thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned the person thing. All right, so he said, like you said, one police officer is bad, even the good ones. Like, now you can see why people will look at y'all like that, because y'all gotta hold each other accountable, right? The police officers, like the
Mm-hmm.
good ones, gotta hold the bad ones accountable too.
Right. And yeah, continue, because I got something to say after this. Go ahead.
All right, and then so I was saying in that, okay, yes they do, but let's say not, but also then the people that encounter the police officers, even though there's some good ones and some bad ones, and you say I can't really differentiate. This goes back to what I was saying about but you are responsible for the energy you put out there because you don't know what cop is going to be bad. So you have to play the probability game. I don't know what nigga going to be crazy, but I can't treat all these niggas like they crazy. I gotta have a way I'm gonna deal with it, and then if it happens, it happens, because then we're gonna go from there. Because if I go in this with the super hyper sensitive of like, oh, I gotta be on defense, just like if you interact with a police officer, or let's say a white person, and you're thinking defense, you're gonna get like what happens when you run into the person that's not like that? They're gonna be like, damn, you're gonna throw them off, or you may throw them back. And then if you say, well, you gotta be responsible for all of that, they can say, yeah, I get that, but you gotta be responsible for how you act. Because you might meet somebody that's not like that. So you're gonna come with the assumption we're all like that, even though you know some of us are not. You gotta play that. You gotta play a happy medium where, yes, I'm aware, but I don't want it to come off in my energy, and my energy that is like I'm on defense against your ass. I'm ready to fight.
Right.
But you could be aware. You could have, hey man, I'm ready though. I'm gonna come in here cool, but I'm ready in case some shit happens. That's all that's the only thing I meant by when I say the responsibility of women. I call them a pander. I was saying I hear what he's saying because I agree. There are niggas like that, and dudes should be responsible to know, like, man, this girl might act a little way because there are niggas who don't know how to take rejection. Cool. But also you can't say, man, it's our fault. You gotta be looking at the woman like, hey man, but you can't go in there you can't go in there with that on your mind strictly like, oh, this nigga, I don't know, so I gotta lie, I gotta do all this extra shit. Cause then shit, the possibility of that shit happening is higher. It might not be right, but we ain't talking about right. We just talking about probabilities of this shit happening. And that's all I had to say on that. Now you in closing?
No, I just wanted to bring the point up when I did bring up the cop. It's not like about, I don't feel like he was saying you must take accountability, but y'all are accountable because, like, I'm gonna use the cop incident, because if there's so many bad cops to the point that it traumatizes a person, like anytime they get pulled over, they heart beating and stuff like that, and so they're acting a certain way towards even a good cop. That cop is basically the person that's treating this good cop in a way because of their experiences that they had with the bad cops. That good cop is accountable because he has to deal with the response of this random person that he pulled over because of the bad cops that did something. He ain't even had to do nothing, but because this person is traumatized by cops, it's causing them to treat the good cop a certain way. And I feel like if you're going to be a cop, you should understand that there's been so many incidences where cops were bad. So this is your job. I'm going to diffuse the situation. I'm going to make sure they're comfortable. I understand why you're on the defense, because a lot of us have been bad. And I understand that. That's taking accountability, saying, I know a lot of us done you wrong. A lot of us, just them saying us, even if you are the good cop, that's taking accountability. And also, even taking accountability is just understanding where this random person is coming from. That's it.
Like, right. Yeah, exactly, Chad. Well, not to get circular. Like I said, like you just said, I'm just saying, and then we can go. It's not just on one side. It has to be on both. Because even if you run it, even it's not that new cop's fault. And what if he don't know you? That you and most of in the copying, I don't want to go right there, but I'm gonna say that's more of what's shown to us a lot. I'm not saying there's not bad cops out there, but if you're an individual that got into a lot of bad history with a cop, and then I'm a new cop just joined the force, and I stop you, I'm trying to be nice, and you go crazy. How am I supposed to know you had all bad incidents with cops? I don't know you. I can just look at your record. Don't mean I know you. You could be a changed person. That's all I'm saying. I just think it's on both people. Both. You need the cops need to go in there with the mind that they probably experienced bad shit, but I ain't bad. But I'm gonna go in with it, and I think
But do
the person needs to go in there and say, I done had some bad experiences, but shit, I might run into somebody who not like that. Not saying give the person just all leeway, but it's a benefit of a doubt for a second until they show you otherwise. And let's end it. And we can rebroach this another time. So, Miss Free, that's all we have chat today. What you got going for the weekend?
I work the weekend? I really ain't got. I mean, I don't know. Make some content. That's about it. I kind of just go with the flow. Stuff come up, it just happens. I don't really like plan things. Only thing I plan is to do content and go to work. Make money so that I can invest more into me.
Hey, well, start playing some of your stuff out, girl. You never know. And maybe it gives you something to look forward to.
I'm gonna get a whiteboard.
Yeah, it help you get something to look to and look forward to. And I think when you kind of got stuff organized and scheduled out, then you can hold on real quick. I think when you kind of got stuff scheduled and planned out, it just helps with your day. You can know well, I got this blocked out this time for this. I can stop anytime short unless it's something I have to get done. But if not, I know then this is just what I'm doing most of the day. Something like that. All right. Well, for me, chat, this weekend, I don't know. It's my weekend. I don't think I work. But getting prepared, chat. Getting prepared. Kendrick concert in next week, and also going to see my familia. La Familia, what up, baby? I'ma see y'all soon. All right. Travel all the way down to Memphis, man. Shout out to Memphis, y'all. Everybody be safe out there. Free, you got anything last words to say to your peeps, your fans, your audience, your crowd?
Stay true and put yourself first. Put yourself first, and ladies.
Cat got your tongue.
Stop putting men before yourself. You have to be there for yourself. No, I'm serious.
You gotta stop making this seem like
yourself. Be there for yourself. Stop caring about men's opinion. It don't matter. Their opinions don't matter. It don't.
I got a good topic here. Look, anyway. Just wait till the topic comes up, chat. Remember she said that. We're gonna clip this shit. Hey, mods, make sure. Just watch.
What's more important, a compliment from a woman or a compliment from a man? I say a compliment from a woman is way more important than from a man.
Keep going after your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, and aspirations. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do. Develop a fucking button and say, fuck you, bitch, because they don't think they can do it. They don't think you can do it because they ain't never seen you do it. They don't think they can do it, and they don't know nobody can do it, all right? Keep going, and remember, you only lose when you stop. This is the Not Everybody podcast. Y'all have a great weekend. ATW_Tavo on all social media platforms with my co-host, Free World. We love y'all.